That's between us.
Oh, come on. You can't dangle that in front of me and then not tell me what it was.
Anticipation's a bitch.
That's not fair.
I will say this: we went
Was
to
it
G
hold
and
my
G's.
scalpel?
No, it
Oh.
was a really weird thing happened. Like we went out as colleagues because she was interested how she worked in the mine, and so did I. Went
Okay.
to G and G, sat down, had a coffee, and then she started sussing me out. I was trying to play the game, telling the lies that I usually tell.
Uh-huh.
A few things happened. She decided to change it from two colleagues meeting to let's go have a date on the pier.
Oh, so your first date was on the pier?
Oh, technically G and G, but yes.
That's so freaking adorable.
We sat by the fireplace, had coffee, and sussed each other out. Both trying to play a game, but to be fair, she's a lot more horrible at it than me. The whole lying thing.
What? Horrible as in not very good at it, or horrible as in she's horribly good at it?
No, I play the game better.
hmm.
She shows her emotions too much.
How
Too many
so?
tells. Well, she
Like
tries
in.
to hide in plain sight. She thought if she was scary and did normal things, people wouldn't actually question the scary shit.
I mean, that's fair. But everybody questions scary shit, though.
Mm.
They're
They're
scared of
not.
her, though. They're not. It's funny with you, because I know people are scared of you. But they also try to pretend like they're not, but I think they are.
eh. I offer honey and vinegar. I give friendship to the ones who want to give, and those who wish to piss on it, well, they get piss and vinegar back. See, look,
The cat's in
cat had
front of
another
it.
victim.
Okay, so I have a question.
Sure,
You said when we were up on the hill with Terry that you didn't have a doctorate.
I don't.
How the hell did I? How did you get hired? At
People don't ask
Pillbox.
questions. I have a fake, doctorate printed up from the University of Duke.
I mean, I actually went to John Hopkins. Where? Okay, so people just didn't look into it enough.
Not at all. I joined in a time of complacency.
I mean, that's also true. You also joined at a time when we were desperate for people. After the whole Sly Cat debacle.
And I had a captain who was, or a lieutenant at the time, then to be captain, who was more than willing to vouch for me.
Who was it? I don't remember.
William,
Oh, it was Will. So he would have vouched for you anyway.
he would have. He's a sycophant of mine.
And then I didn't look that deep into it because at the time it seemed like everything was going smoothly and we trusted everyone.
It's all about times and opportunities.
So where the hell did you learn everything?
Practice, reading, studying.
I mean, to be fair, that's pretty much how I learned it all too. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had mentors, but boy, did I figure it out very quickly.
Do you know how easy it is living in Kenya for 4 years to obtain specimens?
I would imagine not very difficult considering the location.
Not at all. Real interesting thing. Not to get too,
They force people
gr-
to be.
well, not even
Oh,
forced. People will gladly give them up. Let me ask you something, and it's a harsh question to ask. I hope you understand why I'm asking, though.
wait.
What do you think happens to pedophiles there?
Probably death.
When a pedophile is reported, the cops make sure to not come for 2 or 3 days, but they put out flyers alerting the people so they can stay away from them, quote unquote.
Which just drives them towards them.
And then usually, those pedophiles don't exist by the time the cops come. What the fuck happened to them?
They were ripped apart.
Usually by dogs, or a common thing they like to do is uh, burn them with tires.
Serves them fucking right.
Point is, people are easy to get a hold of there.
So, I have no idea what you just said.
Swahili.
What does it mean?
Huh? The stupid assholes get what they get.
So, other question then.
Mm.
If it's so much easier to get subjects in other countries like that, why come to Los Santos?
This place needs to be cured. You've seen it yourself.
Yes.
This is the epicenter. Media that comes from this place. The violence here is uncontainable in the sense that no one fears for their lives. And with all the movies that get produced on this island, all the media, all the influencers, that will eventually spread to others like a virus. You don't cure the symptoms, you cure the disease. The disease is on this isle.
And you think if you cure it here, it'll just spread further?
Indeed.
It makes sense.
Slowly at first. But this will be my Jerusalem by the time I'm done. The Holy Land to start spreading it. The cure, that is.
Can I ask another question?
I haven't stopped you yet.
With all of your members that you had in the plague, you say you tested the gas on all of them, right?
Different strains. Some from a cop named Evans, some from Cato, some from a few others, yes.
But every single one of them you tested it on?
All but my wife. You saw what happened the first time she got hit with it, with the new formula from Mr. Bags.
She got very, very... How is she, by the way? Were there any other things that you saw after that?
She's more violent. She's more impulsive. She gets easily aroused.
Okay, the first two are... I guess everything's data. Sure.
Well, the point is, it's all impulse. She's more impulsive. She's more id instead of ego.
Is that... But wouldn't that be the opposite of what we're going for?
It affects everybody differently.
But shouldn't it make people more calculated and more concerned?
Well, no. I'm not saying she doesn't fear. She still fears. She just doesn't fear anything else but what she already feared to begin with.
Which would be losing you.
If what you said's true. I have half a mind to test it, to be honest with you, but that'd be cruel if it was anyone else but my wife.
To test it, how so?
Fake my death. See how far she goes.
That would be cruel.
Exactly. That's why I'm not doing it. Is anybody else, though? Just think of the data we could collect.
Yes, but that would cause her mental damage. That could be it's not something that could be reversed.
Indeed. I do believe she would go on a killing rampage until she went down herself.
She burned the city to the ground. It'd be like what my mom would do if something happened to me.
Indeed. but chances are I'll die before her.
Everybody saw something different when you used it on them?
Hmm. One saw their father, and she feared his disapproval. That'd be Miss Ludwig. Terry Wise saw nothing but anger, but because he feared people were harming those that he loved, so he masked his fear with anger, which is common. You are seeing the effects of what happened to Alex Ghost recently. Apparently, it progressed him to have psychosis.
What about the others? What else did they see?
I don't know what Leia saw, but she shot me.
She shot you?
Indeed. We figured that's when we start taking weapons away from him because I didn't think about it.
Holy shit.
Ver screamed and cried on top of that mountain right up there, Chiliad.
What did he see?
Disapproval. From anyone above him. To put it vaguely.
What did you see? Have you tested it on yourself?
Pick a different question, little one.
Okay. What if... Was it traumatic for all of them? Or did it teach them something about themselves?
Was it traumatic for Katie? No, it made her more gun-ho's the wrong word, but ready to deal with things. I feel like it helped. Sorry, I went bring that a second. I feel like it helped Fur out. I feel like it helped Largo out. Excuse me. Some took it better than the others. Whatever Leia saw, she seemed to harden from it. I think the one it affected the worst is, well, probably William.
How did it affect him?
Well, he's the only person that's been hit with it at least 4 times.
Why so many?
Because he betrayed me.
What do you... When? Ah, wait, wow, what did he do?
He knew about my scheme, and then when his brother died, who was working under me, he decided that enough was enough, and he was going to go to the police about it.
Wait, who was his brother?
Harry Freeman.
Okay,
Belmont shot him.
okay. So what did... So Will went to the police?
Will was going to.
What
We
happened?
got him before he made it there. I usually started out with only a 40% intake of the gas to start people out. I hit him with a full blast vial open. It left him blank, moldable like clay.
So what did you do?
I molded him. Have you seen how loyal he is? There's a reason.
But all the stuff from before, he doesn't... Does he remember it? Does he know that...
He remembers what I allow him to remember.
How do you have that kind of control? From the...
Conditioning.
But how?
He remembers everything until I tell him he doesn't. And then he believes he misremembers.
Okay, I get that, but how? How did you, what, like, with the gas? Did you, like, what did you do to make him?
I set me as an anchor point. So when he listens to me, his anxiety drops. When he goes against what I want him to do, his anxiety builds.
But how? How did you do that?
Because I was the grounding point. Have you ever heard of grounding?
I mean, sort of.
Grounding's a great way to help reduce anxiety in people. I made sure that I was the ultimate grounding point to him over months' times. His conditioning wore off once. He went to pillbox. He was about to confess to cops, so me and the plague went in, took down the 4 cops, took down the EMS, and we picked him back up and brought him back home for more reconditioning. He's been good ever since. It's also, too, why if you ever look at his eyes, they're a little off kilter, a little ragged. He doesn't sleep well.
I think I vaguely remember the pillbox incident, I think, but it's been so
Indeed.
long.
And that's what it was. I went back to bring him home.
He made a comment that night, which I didn't understand.
Which night?
The one at the Sandy Hospital. He said I have you fooled. What did he mean by that?
He thinks that you have me fooled.
Apparently.
Perhaps he sees you interacting with me so much as competition.
Competition for what?
He's a jealous little thing. As I said, I made him believe that I am the center of his universe. He's slowly taking over the Firehawks because I demand it.
But I'm not a threat to him.
He doesn't know that yet.
Well, hopefully he figures that out so he doesn't try to do something.
He won't do anything without my permission.
Okay. I have one more question.
I'm sure I have one more answer.
What if I wanted to know what the gas would do to me?
Speak to your mother. I won't be dying before your curiosity.
She won't let me. She would say no. There's no way in hell she would let me. And if I wanted to test it, I wouldn't. I know I'm not supposed to test shit on myself, but there's a part of me that wants to know.
And when that eventually gets back to him, I would have nowhere to hide. My resources would be cut dry. I'd have a gang who is currently, with my help, slowly starting to convince other gangs to work under them. All that ire and hatred turned towards me. My research would die dead in the water.
They wouldn't have to know.
You have a habit of always telling in the end.
I won't tell.
I'm not calling you a snitch, but I mean to them. What happens when it's hard not to disprove that something happened to you? It does affect others differently. As I said, Alex has a psychosis now. Will's fully conditioned.
But
A
other
puppet.
people got stronger from it. What if it helps me get stronger from it? You said it's a good thing. If we figure it out and we have it fully perfected, wouldn't it be a good thing?
It would be the most wonderful thing in this planet.
Would it help the research?
Most definitely. The one who knows what to look for going into that could actually describe fluently what's going on to him.
So I won't tell anyone, and neither would you.
What was that?
I said that I won't tell anyone, and neither would you. At least consider it, please.
I'm going to prison tonight with my wife.
Why?
We'll talk then.
Oh, for the
You know why.
court case stuff. All right. I'll see you tonight.
I look forward to it. If you have the chance to be the arresting officer, it'll be a boon for you. I'll be vile towards you, but I won't hurt you.
If you have to, just aim for something non-vital.
Oh, I'm just a doctor that can't shoot.
I'll see you tonight.
Au revoir.